Hello, I'm David Barton, President of BVI, the company behind Remote Pilot. Thank you for taking a couple of minutes to watch our demo of our capability. So Remote Pilot is geared towards professional SUAS pilots. It's really the home point for professional remote pilots. So you'll see when I start loading here that it's bringing in all of the airspace classes. It's bringing in obstructions. It's bringing in airport markers, AWAS markers, and a number of other different things, all geographically located in their proper spot. So everything has got a good little layout to it. Pretty much everything you see is clickable. You can click on an icon, get additional details. If you hover over airspace, as you see here, the info panel over to the upper right-hand side is going to give you some basic information about it, say floor, ceiling, and the name of the airspace or the class of airspace. So as I move around the map here, you can see that's all updating. And now if I click on special activity airspace, you'll see it's going to give me the text of that special activity airspace. So you get a pretty good in-depth understanding of what is there and what you need to know about that kind of airspace. So now I'm going to move over a little bit and I'm going to click on an airport and how about an AWAS, and you can see there's some basic information. So I'm going to move around a little bit more and just show you the map's responsive. This is OpenStreetMap data that's behind it, and you can see all the layers here, so I can turn individual layers on and off. So I'll go through and turn some on or off here, and you can see the effect it has. So really the idea here is getting you only information you need to make your decisions or to plan your flights safely and legally. You'll notice on VFR charts there's a lot of information that sometimes you don't need and it can kind of get in the way. So our goal here is to really simplify everything and make it as easy to use as possible. And you see there I just turned on a satellite layer so that if you want to see this as satellite imagery you can do that as well. So real quickly, I want to fly near the Virginia Beach oceanfront. I want to know if I can fly in a particular spot, so I'm zooming into where I want to fly, and I'm going to click the Can I Fly Here button. Now this button takes a bunch of things into consideration, and it's patent pending, the information you need to make a decision about flying in this airspace. Now you'll see quickly that that airspace is an Oceana's Class E surface airspace, and we're going to move our marker here and let go of it just outside that airspace. The Can I Fly is going to update, and now you can see I'm not in any sort of type of restricted airspace, and so it gives me the METAR and TAF information. We're going out and getting that live. It's also giving you the forward-looking TAF. Everything is in real time. It's going out and getting all this information on the fly from you. So back to OpenStreetMaps we go. Now I'm going to use our geolocator. Now you can see I'm typing in IKEA Woodbridge, which isn't a street address. It's just a point of interest. And when I click enter, it zooms right to it. So we're using an OpenStreetMap geocoder, and I'm going to click Can I Fly Here. Now you'll notice that we've got a NOTAM, and we also have some airspace that is restricted, but at 3,500 feet with a ceiling of 10,000 there. We've got the METAR, the nearest station that's reporting that information, and our TAF. So that doesn't look like a great place to try to fly with the restrictions in place there. And I'm going to zoom out so you can kind of get a view of how much information is around this one site as I zoom out. And you'll see the different layers are there, and you'll see the different types of airspace. If I hover over that, you can see the ID that's restricting or prohibiting us from flying in that location. So the last thing I want to show you is kind of the sectional chart view of all of this data. So, the FAA highly recommends using sectional charts, and they are very useful with a lot of information. Sometimes they have a little bit too much, so we're going to dial down all the information here to where we go just to the OpenStreetMap layer. Now I'm going to turn on a sectional chart. You'll see the sectional chart load. It's the exact same sectional chart from Washington that covers all of Virginia here, and it looks very familiar. This is what we learned on when taking your certification test to become a remote pilot. Now, this is in development mode, so it is a little bit slow there. We haven't turned on caching or anything yet. But now I'm going to start just turning on general airspace information, and you'll see that all of the markers, all the classes of airspace line up exactly where they're supposed to be on the map. So this really demonstrates that you can trust the digital map, that we are giving you the information you need, and everything lines up with where it's supposed to be on the map. So thank you for taking a few minutes of your time to watch our demo.